Doctor Strange 3 has yet to be confirmed by Marvel, but with the sequel grossing nearly $1 billion, we have no doubt a third film will happen. Are you ready to jump back into the multiverse? With Doctor Strange 2 ending on not one, but two cliffhangers, there are numerous possibilities for the next installment. The next Doctor Strange action film could use a variety of comic book elements, such as wizarding duel scenes and battles with demonic invaders. For the Sorcerer Supreme, the future is as infinite as the multiverse. As Doctor Strange explored magic in the MCU, Doctor Strange 2 revealed the multiverse and its movie-making potential. Doctor Strange has been part of the MCU since 2016, but this is only his second solo film. He was absent for 5 years after Thanos destroyed half of the world's population. As a result of Wong becoming Sorcerer Supreme while he was away, he has spent most of his time since his return to the New York Sanctum, where he is mostly bored. However, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness delivers a mystery and an adventure right to his door. America Chavez, a multiversal being with the ability to punch through any dimension, is introduced in the sequel, expanding on the multiverse, a concept that was first introduced in Loki. Doctor Strange and Wong rebuild Kamar-Taj after Wanda's defeat, bringing in new apprentices while attempting to resume some sense of normalcy. Wanda is most likely no longer alive, and America has yet to locate her parents. Doctor Strange receives the third eye in the meantime, after using the Darkhold to take control of his own deceased body from another universe. America, Doctor Strange, and Wong all contributed to the effort to prevent the Scarlet Witch from using the multiverse for her purposes, and the movie's conclusion is a victory for them all. But that doesn't mean that Doctor Strange's journey through the multiverse hasn't led to problems. He has caused an incursion by dream traveling through the MCU multiverse, which upsets the multiverse's delicate balance, causes worldly barriers to crash, and annihilates entire universes. While Doctor Strange 3 has yet to be announced, it's highly unlikely that it will be the first break from the MCU's trilogy tradition. This is particularly true given that the Doctor Strange films have done a good job of illuminating aspects of the world that would be difficult to ensure audiences were aware of in other contexts. While the Disney Plus MCU shows also serve this function, some viewers only watch the films. It makes sense to wait to make the movie official until it's time to generate buzz for it, as announcing a movie that isn't yet essential could draw attention away from releases that are more important at this point. Before we go any further, we wanted to let you know that it's time for you to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. With all of this in mind, if Doctor Strange 3 were to be released after all the MCU films that have already been confirmed, it might be between 2026 and 2027, though this would mean 10 to 11 years between the first and third Doctor Strange films. It would allow the Doctor Strange films to feel more special as a result. Whereas many MCU trilogies are self-contained stories about their hero, Doctor Strange has always been slower and more focused on the universe and its semi-begrudging magical protector, with Stephen Strange growing alongside the world. Given that Doctor Strange 2 ends with the message, Doctor Strange will return, Cumberbatch is probably going to play the character again at some point. However, it is unclear whether this will happen in Doctor Strange 3 or in another film first. It wouldn't be surprising if Strange made an appearance in another project first. It's also difficult to imagine a threequel without Sorcerer Supreme Wong, and given how frequently he appears in other MCU movies, we expect Wong will stick around for a while. Regarding Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda, aka the Scarlet Witch, her story arc with Doctor Strange feels rather wrapped up, and there's also the whole issue of her possibly passing away following the sequel's events. Because Scarlet Witch is such a strong character, it would be strange for her story to end so soon, after she made the decision to do the right thing. If she isn't dead, Scarlet Witch could go into hiding for a while, as she did after WandaVision. In the mid-credit scene, Charlize Theron appears as Clea, Strange's love interest and eventual wife in the comics. He agrees to help her fix an incursion he caused with his multiverse antics.
You caused an incursion, and we're gonna fix it.
Obviously, we don't know much about the plot of a potential third Doctor Strange movie, but we think it would continue where the Multiverse of Madness mid-credits scene left off. The scene that followed the film's climax, in which Doctor Strange felt pain and a third eye appeared on his forehead, hinted that his body had been tainted by dark magic, similar to the kind that had affected the character that he had encountered earlier in the movie in an alternate universe. As was already mentioned, the main cliffhanger from the follow-up is the appearance of Clea in the multiverse, which needs Strange's assistance to stop an incursion. One of the fantastic things about Doctor Strange 2 was that fans had previously focused on Strange only as a sorcerer and less on the human side of him. On the many occasions that they had seen him in the MCU, he is still a human and still experiences love just like everyone else, despite everything that he has become and gone through. It makes sense to see more of his human side in Doctor Strange 3. When Clea showed up, she mentioned that an incursion had been brought on by Stephen's misbehavior in Doctor Strange 2. An incursion occurs when the boundaries of two universes collide, erode, and fall into each other. Doctor Strange 2 introduced the idea of an incursion, but Doctor Strange 3 will probably go deeper into this concept. The size of the incursion is yet to be determined, and fans probably won't learn this until the third film opens in theaters. Marvel is increasingly overlapping its projects, so the incursion could have a significant impact on other films, and even set the stage for a fifth Avengers film. In the closing scenes of Doctor Strange 2, it was revealed that Stephen from Earth-616 has a third eye that is similar to both his and the evil Stephen Strange variant that moviegoers saw in the third act. This may hint that Stephen is still under the influence of the damned souls that he was forced to play in the second movie. Although it's unlikely that Stephen will turn evil in the follow-up, the way he embraces the eye in the post-credit scene may indicate that fans will see a stronger Doctor Strange than they did in the first film. And because of this, you need to smash that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. What else the threequel will be about is unknown, but given the MCU's embrace of the multiverse, it could be anything. The threequel might be impacted by numerous other MCU projects. The possibilities are endless. There is still a ton of comic book material available for Marvel to mine, and they have plenty of opportunities to engage in multiverse shenanigans. See you in the next video.